Hello and welcome to another Kia Electric News. An update on my annual insurance renewal. During the week I did a video on how much my EV6 renewal premium had increased, asking for comments and suggestions on how to get it down. That video is up there. If you remember, my premium had increased with Churchill Insurance from 241 to 386. After many quotes elsewhere, I managed to get it down to 357 with LV. Thanks to what people put in the comments, I tried a few other insurers, and with Saga Insurance I managed to get it down to 299, which is a saving of 87. They also had an offer where you could get a 3-year fixed deal for a bit more. So thank you for all of the suggestions. It's helped me and probably a few others. It's amazing the massive differences in costs between postcodes, especially in London, which seems an incredible rip-off at 4 times the cost of mine. As I reported during the week, another update was released for the wireless power charger in the EV9 to try and address the 12-volt drain issues. That video is also up here. It would seem that this module is not going to sleep and is probably stopping the car from going into a deep sleep mode, causing the 12-volt drain. I don't think this will be the end of the 12-volt battery issues, as during the week I've seen fresh reports in the Kia EV9 UK owners Facebook group of someone having the car into a dealer for a 12-volt drain problem, and the dealer finding that the ambient light module was also not shutting down, which was also causing the phantom 12-volt drain. As previously mentioned, I'm updating and keeping track of all the EV9 updates and recalls in this spreadsheet, which there's a link to up here. Also, the over-the-air update of that wireless power module release has been pushed back to the 19th of February in the USA, which you can see in this website. There are various long threads and topics on the EV9 Reddit exploring suspected power drain items, which can cause issues when certain features are enabled. This ranges from the new digital key 2, which can be used with certain models of phone which have ultra-wideband, and this can cause a drain when the phone is in range, and also down to the fingerprint reader as come under suspicion being enabled. The only slight thing that I could see that skewing these results is using the home automation server to collect the 12-volt data via the Hyundai Kia Connect script. That's a known runner down of 12-volt batteries in the past, but I'm glad to see that they're now putting a battery monitor direct on this. This should help get clearer results. After I wrote this, the original Reddit poster Business Rain 9125 reports that he has a workaround that works even before the wireless charger update comes out. He simply disabled the wireless charger pad in the menus and created an automation in his iPhone to turn Bluetooth off when he is asleep to stop the phone connecting to the car and waking it up. So at least there's a workaround. The first Kia EV5 has arrived in New Zealand ahead of mid-year launch. Kia New Zealand has confirmed in a press release that the first Kia EV5 has arrived for localised technical testing. They also confirmed that it will be released in New Zealand in early second half of 2024, which is good news for New Zealanders. I guess it's going to come to Australia as well first. No official news yet on specs or pricing, but this follows in the coming months. Talking of the EV5 Korean spec, a Kia EV5 has been spied undisguised in South Korea, according to a Korean car blog. Specs of the Korean version will be as follows. Standard model will have a 58 kilowatt usable battery and a single 150 kilowatt motor driving the front wheels. Long range will have a 81 kilowatt usable battery with a 160 kilowatt front wheel drive motor. There will also be an all-wheel drive version with 195 kilowatt front and 225 kilowatt rear motors, as far as I can see. Kia Europe has established a European Automotive Safety Office, EASO. The new department elevates Kia's approach towards customer safety in holistic fashion. EASO symbolises Kia's unwavering commitment to not just meet but exceed safety expectations. Key responsibilities include monitoring and driving safety trends through data, assessing safety concerns and direct communication with authorities. I welcome this and can only be a good thing. High-powered EV charging network IONNA begins operations in North America. This follows on from what we have in Europe, which is called Ionity. The joint venture by 7 major automakers received approval from regulatory agencies. IONNA plans to deploy a minimum of 30,000 chargers, with the first charging stations expected to open in the US in 2024, followed by Canada. Announced in July 2023, IONNA, the joint venture, to build a high-powered EV charging network across North America has received approval from the regulatory authorities and is now officially commencing operations. IONNA is a joint venture of 7 of the world's foremost automakers: BMW, General Motors, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Mercedes-Benz and Stellantis. Korean car blog and many other sites have reported the details of the Kia EV8. Basically, someone leaked the Kia Union new car schedule. KCB says Kia is already working on its GT1 and all-electric Stinger sedan replacement. Internally codenamed GT1, today we have confirmation from Kia's Union new car production schedule. According to this plan, the GT1 high-performance all-electric sedan will be built from 2026 at Kia's Hwaseong Plant 3. Probably pronounced that wrong. The GT1 will be Kia's first electric vehicle to be equipped with next-generation electric vehicle-only EM platform developed by Hyundai Motor Group, following the eGMP that's in the Kia EV6, Ioniq 5 and 6, and the EV9 and the Genesis GV60, and to be premiered by the Genesis GV90 in 2025. This model will correspond to an E-segment and will also serve as Kia K8's successor. Cars in the E-segment are large executive cars, in case you didn't know. Electric reports that Hyundai says its first EV plant will open this year in the USA to gain the $7,500 tax credit. The first Hyundai plant dedicated to building EVs and batteries in the US will be open as soon as this October. According to CEO Jose Munoz, the brand is pulling ahead to gain eligibility for the $7,500 EV tax credit. Electric says that Hyundai began construction of its massive $7.6 billion EV megaplant in Georgia in October 2022. A year later, the company announced that 99.9% of the foundation work was complete as its fast-track construction. The site is advancing every day. Although Hyundai initially planned to begin construction in early 2023, the company rushed ahead after the Inflation Reduction Act, or also known as the IRA, was passed. With this tax credit on the line, Hyundai has pulled the timeline forward as quickly as possible. Inside EVs reports that Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6 are already selling well below MSRP, which is the manufacturer's suggested retail price in the USA, according to a study. Inside EV says if you're scanning the market for a non-Tesla EV, now might be the right moment to delve deeper. According to a recent study by the automotive research website IC Cars, 6 out of the 20 new cars on the market priced either below or near MSRP are battery electric vehicles. Models like the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the EV6, which fared exceptionally in Inside EV's reviews, are going for 1.9% and 2.5% lower than MSRPs on average. Select local dealers might even offer more discounts. The Hyundai Kona Electric has the steepest price to MSRP difference. At an average price of $36,211, it's priced 4.6% lower than MSRP. The VW ID4 is sailing in the same boat. At an average price of $48,740, it costs 3.6% below MSRP. Note that these prices might vary regionally. The final 2 stories come from the Korean car blog. The Genesis X convertible electric sports car is set for a 2026 release. Definitely looks different in the images. A new report from Korean media Auto Daily said Genesis has decided to launch the X convertible, an electric sports coupe convertible based on the X convertible concept, a vehicle that combines innovative design with cutting-edge technology. Slated for release in 2026 in a limited batch. The model, first unveiled as a concept car in 2022, has garnered significant attention for embodying Genesis' future direction and design philosophy. The convertible will mark Genesis' first foray into convertible vehicles. Detailed specifications are not yet available. The Kia EV3 pre-production model has been spied in South Korea. The Kia EV3 will be released during the first half of 2024, which is good to see that we're still seeing that. And we'll have a starting price of $35,000, which will make it cheaper than the Nero EV. We now have more proof regarding the imminent release, as the P1 pre-production model was spotted for the first time by our colleagues at AutoSpy, says KCB. The sticker attached to the car shows the codename SV1 and the status of the test vehicle P1. Also on the subject of EV3, I found these images of the interior, which have cropped up on the Kia EV forums. As expected, the interior is going to look pretty normal and not much like the concept. Also notice the detail on the rear door, where you've got that rear integrated handle with shiny black gloss plastic, which is going to be easily scratchable. That's going to be fun. So it would seem the EV3 is coming this year after all. Anyway, that's all for now. As usual, links to all stories are in the show notes in this video description. Thank you for watching.